Los Angeles, 1971. The toughest man in Hollywood walks into a martial arts school. Clint Eastwood, the man with no name. Dirty Harry himself, Hollywood's ultimate tough guy. He's been training karate for 3 years, working toward his black belt, building his action star credentials. Then a friend says, "Before you commit to that test, you should see Bruce Lee train, just once." Clint agrees, shows up at Bruce's private studio, expects to watch for a few minutes, then leave. What he witnesses in the next 60 minutes changes everything. The next day, Clint calls his karate instructor. "I'm done. Cancel my black belt test. I'm quitting martial arts." "What? You're so close. What happened?" "I saw the real thing, and I'm not it." Let me tell you about the hour that humbled Hollywood's toughest man. 1971. Clint Eastwood is at his peak. Dirty Harry just released. Box office king, action icon, tough guy image. Part of that image, his martial arts training. He's been studying karate. 3 years. Dedicated student, 3 times per week. Almost a black belt. His instructor tells him, "One more test, then you're a black belt. Hollywood's first action star with legitimate credentials." Clint is excited. This will cement his image, not just an actor, a trained fighter. Then his friend James Coburn, who trains with Bruce, mentions something. "Before you test, you should see Bruce Lee, just to know what real martial arts looks like." Clint is skeptical. "I've been training 3 years. I know what martial arts looks like." "Not like this. Just one session. Watch him train, then decide." Clint's curiosity wins. He visits Bruce's studio. Private session. No cameras, no press, just Bruce, training alone. Clint arrives. Bruce greets him. "Mr. Eastwood, welcome." "Call me Clint. I hear you're something special." Bruce smiles, humble. "I just train. Would you like to watch?" "That's why I'm here." Bruce begins. Warm up first, stretching. Nothing flashy, just functional. Clint watches, impressed by the flexibility, but not shocked. Then Bruce moves to basics. Stance work, footwork, simple movements. Clint thinks, "This is just like my training, nothing special." He's about to leave. Then Bruce starts. Actually training, the speed changes, the intensity changes, everything changes. Bruce attacks a heavy bag, not like Clint has seen, not like his karate classes. This is different. The bag explodes. With each hit, not swinging, compressing. The sound, like gunshots, crack, crack, crack. Clint's eyes widen. He's hit heavy bags. In his training, never made that sound. Bruce doesn't stop. Punches flow, into kicks, into knees, into elbows. No pause, no reset, continuous, like water. Clint has never seen martial arts like this. In his karate school, everything is separated. Punch drills, then kick drills, then kata. Never combined, never flowing. But Bruce combines everything, naturally, like it's one art, not separate techniques. 10 minutes in, Bruce stops, grabs water. Clint thinks it's over. It's not. Bruce moves to speed training, sets up a speed bag, the kind boxers use. But Bruce doesn't use it, like boxers. His hands blur. Clint literally cannot see them. The bag is a blur. Bruce's hands, invisible. Just the sound. Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Continuous. Impossibly fast. Clint's martial arts training emphasizes power, strong stances, solid techniques. But speed? Never like this. Bruce stops. Speed is more important than power. Power without speed is useless. Speed creates power. Clint asks, "How did you get that fast?" "Years of elimination, removing everything unnecessary. What's left is pure speed." Bruce demonstrates, throws a punch, from his karate stance. Traditional karate, chamber the punch, pull back, then thrust forward. He shows it, slow motion. See the steps? Chamber, pull, thrust. 3 movements, 3 moments, wasted time. Then Bruce shows his way. No chamber, direct line, 1 movement. The difference is obvious. Even to Clint, Bruce's punch arrives in half the time. This is what I teach. Economy, efficiency, remove waste. What remains is effectiveness. Clint is processing. His 3 years of training, built on chambered punches, pulling back before striking, wasted movement. Bruce continues training, solo drills now, fighting an invisible opponent. Clint watches. Bruce's movement, fluid, natural, unrehearsed, but devastating. Every strike would end a fight. Every combination, logical, efficient, brutal. Clint's karate training focuses on forms, kata, predetermined movements, beautiful, precise, but scripted. Bruce fights like it's real. No script, no pattern, pure reaction. 30 minutes in, Clint is silent, watching, learning, realizing that everything he knows is incomplete. Bruce stops, approaches Clint. "What do you think?" Clint is honest. "I think I've wasted 3 years. Bruce shakes his head. "Not wasted. Foundation. Your karate gave you discipline, structure, basics. That's valuable. But it's incomplete. Tournament-focused, not combat-focused. What's the difference? Tournaments have rules. Points for form. Points for control. Combat has no rules. Only survival. Different goals. Different training." Clint understands. He's been training. For tournaments. For points. For belts. Not for fighting. Bruce continues. "Your black belt test will prove you mastered karate, but karate is just one style, one approach, one piece, not the whole picture." What's the whole picture? No style, or all styles. Taking what works, discarding what doesn't, adapting constantly. That's real martial arts. If you love Bruce Lee stories, subscribe. I post rare stories every day. The hour ends. Bruce finishes training, covered in sweat, but energized, not exhausted. Clint stays, talking. "Would you teach me? Your way?" Bruce considers. "You're busy. Hollywood demands. Training my way requires time, dedication. Starting over, at basics. Can you commit?" Clint is honest. "No, not right now. My career is exploding, films back to back. I don't have the time to do this right." Bruce nods. "Then don't start. Better to not train than to train wrong, or half-hearted." Clint respects this. "So what do I do? About my black belt test?" "That's your choice. The belt proves something. To others. To yourself. But it doesn't make you a fighter. It makes you a black belt. Different things." Clint goes home, thinks all night. 3 years of training, one test away. From black belt, from credentials, from legitimacy. But after seeing Bruce, he knows. The black belt means nothing, not compared to real ability. And he doesn't have time to develop real ability. So why fake it? He sits in his study, thinking. About the hour, every moment replays. Bruce hitting the heavy bag, the sound, like explosions. Clint has hit bags, hundreds of times, never made that sound. Bruce's speed, hands disappearing, invisible to the eye. Clint has trained speed, never reached that. Bruce's combinations, flowing, natural, unrehearsed. Clint has practiced kata, memorized forms, beautiful patterns, but scripted, not spontaneous, not like Bruce. He realizes something, painful. His 3 years haven't made him a martial artist. They've made him a karate student, different things. He thinks about the test, the black belt. What would it prove? That he memorized kata? That he passed requirements? That he met standards? Yes. But would it make him able to fight? No. Bruce proved that, in 1 hour, showed the difference between credentials and competence. Clint faces a choice. Take the test, get the belt, have the credentials, for his career, for his image, for Hollywood. Or, be honest, admit he's not a real martial artist. Quit, lose the credentials, but keep the truth. He knows what most would choose. The belt, the image, the lie. But Clint chooses different. The next day, he calls his instructor, makes the decision. His instructor argues, "You've invested 3 years, thousands of dollars, countless hours. You're so close. One test, that's all." "I know, but I saw something yesterday, real martial arts, and what I'm doing isn't it. You saw Bruce Lee. He's a professional. You're an actor. Different standards. Exactly. I'm an actor, not a martial artist. I should stop pretending to be one. But the black belt will help your career. Action movies, fight scenes, credentials matter. Clint pauses. This is true. Credentials do matter. In Hollywood, actors with black belts get better roles, better pay, more respect. But Clint remembers Bruce's eyes during training. No performance, no pretense, just truth, pure, honest, real. Clint wants that, more than credentials. I'm quitting. I'll succeed, or fail, as an actor, not as a fake martial artist. He hangs up, feels something. Not regret, relief. The pressure to maintain the image, to fake competence, to pretend mastery, gone. He can just be himself, actor, not martial artist, honest. His agent calls. I heard you quit karate before the black belt test. Are you crazy? That credential would be gold. I don't want gold. I want truth. Truth doesn't sell tickets. Maybe, but I can sleep at night. His action career doesn't suffer, thrives, because his fight scenes change. Before 1971, Clint's fights, choreographed, flashy, karate-influenced. After 1971, different, simpler, more brutal, more realistic. Directors notice. Clint, your fighting changed, more raw, more real. I stopped pretending to be a martial artist, started being an actor who fights. Different approach. It works. Audiences believe it, more than the flashy stuff. Clint's honesty translates to screen. Dirty Harry's fights. Not pretty, not technical, just effective. Gun, punch, done. Audiences love it. This feels real, not like those kung fu movies. This is how real fights happen. Critics agree. Eastwood's action scenes have a weight, a reality, missing from other films. He's not trying to impress, just trying to survive. That's the difference. Clint credits Bruce, privately, never publicly. But in his mind, every fight scene, he remembers. That hour, Bruce showing him real versus fake, efficient versus flashy, truth versus image. And Clint chooses truth every time. His fellow actors notice, ask questions. Why'd you quit karate? You were so close. Clint's answer, simple, honest. Saw the real thing, knew I wasn't it, chose honesty over image. Some understand, some don't, but those who do respect him more. Clint never trains martial arts again, but he doesn't regret it. In interviews later, I trained karate for 3 years, got close to black belt. Then I saw Bruce Lee train for 1 hour, realized everything I knew was incomplete. I couldn't commit to starting over, so I stopped. Best decision I made. Do you regret not getting the black belt? No, the belt would have been a lie. I would have had credentials without competence. Bruce showed me the difference between looking like a martial artist and being one. I chose honesty over image. Did quitting hurt your action career? Opposite. Made it better. I stopped pretending to be a martial artist, started being an actor who happens to fight on screen. More honest, more authentic. Audiences feel the difference. Clint's honesty becomes legendary in Hollywood. Other action stars want to train, get credentials, claim legitimacy. Clint refuses. I'm an actor, not a fighter. Bruce Lee was a fighter who acted. That's the difference. And I'm comfortable with that. Directors appreciate it. Clint doesn't pretend. He knows what he is, actor, not martial artist. That honesty translates to screen, to audience, to credibility. 1973, Bruce dies. Clint is asked about their relationship. I met Bruce once, watched him train for an hour. That hour taught me more than 3 years of karate. Not about fighting, about honesty, about knowing your limitations, about choosing authenticity over credentials. What did he teach you? That real mastery looks different than performed mastery. That credentials don't equal competence. That it's better to be honest about what you're not than to fake what you are. Clint's films, after 1971, different, more realistic, less flashy. No unnecessary martial arts, just functional violence, quick, brutal, effective. Like Bruce taught, critics notice. Eastwood's fight scenes. Efficient, no wasted movement, realistic. Did he train with someone? Clint never mentions Bruce, just says, I learned. Less is more. Quick is better than pretty. Effective beats flashy. Bruce's influence, invisible, but present, in every fight scene. Clint films, for 50 years, The Hour, with Bruce, changed everything. Not by teaching him to fight, by teaching him not to be honest about what he is, actor, not fighter. That honesty made him more authentic, more respected, more successful than any black belt ever could. If you love Bruce Lee stories, subscribe. I post rare stories every day. 2024. Clint is 94. Still acting. Still honest. Asked about martial arts. I trained once, 3 years. Quit before the black belt test. Best decision I made, because I saw Bruce Lee, saw real mastery, knew I couldn't reach that. Chose honesty over fake credentials. The lesson spreads. Among actors, among martial artists, among anyone. Tempted to fake what they're not. Clint Eastwood, toughest man in Hollywood, quit martial arts after 1 hour with Bruce Lee. Not from weakness, from honesty. That's real strength.